Worthy ones, this is a cold hard truth. You will never be successful with limited beliefs. What's up, it's Gene. This word to be great. So many of us are victims of our own limited beliefs. We have things that we want to accomplish in this world, but because of our limited beliefs, we don't even try to accomplish them. And many of us, we do try, but we keep telling us we're wasting our time, we don't have talent, or whatever it is, and all of this is the result of our limited beliefs. So during this video, I am going to provide you with scientific tools that you can use to destroy your limited beliefs. So what is a limited belief? A limited belief is nothing but an event that you tied a negative emotion to. Now that negative emotion be created into what's called a schema. And a schema is an irrational belief that you refuse to change despite the fact it is hindering you or making you unhappy. So let me give you a small example of this. When I was a small kid, we used to have this cat, right? And I used to love cats at the time. And I used to play with the cat all around the house. I can't remember the cat name. But I remember one day, I don't know what happened with the cat. If the cat was upset about something, I went over there and I went to pet the cat. And when I went over to pet the cat just scratched me across my face. And I remember crying and screaming, going to my mama, and I had this claw line across my face. I said, the cat scratched me. And ever since that moment, my mindset went to cats are evil, they will scratch me, they don't like me. So therefore, I developed an irrational belief about cats. Now, to be honest with you, cats didn't keep me from being successful, but they did hinder me from building relationships with people who had cats. I would not go to somebody's house who had a cat. I would not pet their cat. I didn't want to be around a cat. I had a negative view about cats. Because of that negative, limited belief that I had about cats that was irrational, it kept me from developing different relationships from different individuals. Now, I know that's a little small thing, so let me use something that's more relatable. What's up, it's Gene. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you never miss one of my weekly motivational videos. You see, when I was growing up, I had in my family, I used to always hear things when I went to church about money is the root of all evil and rich people are evil. And so therefore, I used to believe within myself that if one wanted to become rich, they had to do something corrupt, they had to be evil, and all these different things, right? And so I remember when I had finally made some money one time and I told a family member how much money I made, and that individual automatically thought I did something evil, something bad. And I didn't. I just went out and cut some grass. But what that did, it reaffirmed that limited belief that if I tried to be wealthy, if I tried to do something to make a lot of money, I had to be evil. And because of this limited belief, I would not try to go out and make money. I would just limit myself. I would tell myself I would have to grow up on welfare or something like that, because this limited belief was hindering me from wanting to make progress in my life. You see, a lot of you probably have limited beliefs like that now. You have a schema. You have something that you resist changing because you have become comfortable in that schema. You have become comfortable with that limited belief. So therefore, you're not doing anything that's going to help you move forward. So that's how I was for many years. I believed that if you want to be rich, it was evil. I believed that money was the root of all evil. So therefore, I wouldn't do anything that would push me in the direction of one day becoming rich. You see, when I was doing that, I was doing what many of us do, and it's called a schema avoidance. That's when we avoid certain situations. We do not want to activate that schema, or we don't want to challenge it. So we avoid a situation. So I was avoiding anything that will lead me to becoming rich. I was avoiding people's houses that had cats. That was me engaging in a schema avoidance. And some of you probably doing that right now. You have a schema right now, right? You telling yourself, hey, I want to be successful at this, I want to be successful at that. And even though you have this limited belief, you do not want to change it because you have a fear inside of you that if you challenge that limited belief, it's going to lead to a negative consequence. So that's how I was for many years, about one day being successful, one day being rich, one day want to be wealthy, want to be successful. But then I started meeting people who were successful, who grew up poor. And I was like, hold on, man, these people are not evil.
If you like this video, I'm going to ask you to share this video. And if you're somebody that struggles with your self-discipline, you know you have something you want to accomplish, but you're having a hard time getting started, I want to encourage you to get a copy of my new book, Word to Be Great. So go to wordtobegreat.com or click the link below or in my profile and get your copy today.
These people own businesses. These people were being successful. They were educated. So I started to challenge my limited belief. I say, hold on, man, I have adopted this belief that if I want to be rich, I want to be successful, I'm evil. I'm like, something is wrong with this picture. So I start to doing what you have to do. I start to first challenge that limited belief. I said to myself, okay, why is being want to be successful or rich evil? Why is that? And I could not come up with an answer. And then I went home and talked to one of the main individuals that helped to put that belief inside of me. And I asked that individual, why is being rich evil? And that person said, because anybody that's rich probably did something illegal. They probably stole. They probably stepped on people's heads and all these different things. But then it dawned on me that this very individual was always playing the lottery. So I challenged that person. I say, if being rich is evil, why are you always playing the lottery? And that individual got quiet, then all of a sudden just got extremely angry and said, this is different. I said, what's different about it? And I realized at that moment I had adopted an irrational belief that was limiting me from going after my goals and dreams that I desired. So I challenged that limited belief and I erased it out of my life. So my question to you is, what limited belief is holding you back? What are you engaging schema avoidance in? What is it that you're refusing to change that is hindering you from realizing your dream or become the person that you desire to be? And the second thing you have to do is this. You know, you can't just challenge it and say, oh, I don't believe in this no more. You have to come up with an alternative belief. You see, I realized that in order to become successful or rich wasn't something evil. And I start to challenge that irrational belief and it popped up in my head. And I say to myself that, you know, I'm doing the right thing. And every bit of wealth that comes my way, all the success that comes my way, it comes because I deserve it, because I'm doing the right thing. I now have a belief in myself now that to become successful, to become wealthy, to have the things I desire, it will come because I choose to do the right thing. So you will have to do the same thing. You have to challenge that limited belief, but you need to come up with an alternative belief that only you came up with yourself. Now, the third thing you have to do is you have to take action. See, it's one thing to challenge a limited belief. It's another thing to come up with alternative belief. But if you don't put any action behind that belief, you don't truly believe it. You see, when I decided to do my own life and start my own business, to start working towards wealth creation, I learned the stock market. I started understanding options. I started to learn marketing, branding. I started making videos. I started doing things that will allow me to serve others so I can put myself on the path of one day having wealth so I can serve humanity even more. So you have to do the same thing. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, whatever that alternative belief is that is going to destroy your limited belief, you have to start taking action so it can become real in your life. So you can go out and start living your dreams, to start realizing your goals, to become the person that you're destined to be, because you are worthy to be great.